Make room for Javi.
With the clearing of logs and debris from Stump Island, the only thing that remained was stump removal and grading the land in this area. Oh yeah, and this little eyesore had to be relocated. When I first erected this back in January, I was in a rush and never finished the trim, never leveled the floor. Well, suffice to say, this time I have more time for the details. Now let's see if I have any shed puns I can come up with. I don't know, I'm not the sharpest tool in the... Well, you get the picture. I should have added another one instead of moving this one. I mean, you know what they say, 2 sheds are better than 1. I suppose I have enough room with 5 acres for 50 sheds of gray. And speaking of building, a few months ago I had a vision. The Lord came to me and said, "Once again, the earth has become wicked and overpopulated, and I see the end of all flesh before me. Javi, build another ark and save 2 of every living thing, along with a few good humans." Well, he gave me some blueprints and told me I had 6 months before the rains would start. 6 months later, the Lord looked down on me and said, "Javi, I'm about to start the rain. Where's the ark?" "Forgive me, Lord," I begged, but things have changed. See, I needed a building permit. I've been arguing with the boat inspector about the need for a fire sprinkler system. My homeowners association claimed that I violated the neighborhood bylaws by building the ark in the backyard and exceeding height limitations. We had to go to the local planning commission for a decision. Then the city council and the electric company demanded a buttload of money for future costs of moving power lines and other overhead obstructions to clear the passage for the ark's move to the sea. I told them that the sea would be coming to us, but they wouldn't hear any of it. Getting the wood was a whole other issue. I mean, there's a ban on cutting my trees in order to save the greater spotted barn owl. I tried to convince the environmentalists that I needed the wood to save the owls, but I was, again, unsuccessful. When I started gathering the animals, PETA took me to court. They insisted I was confining wild animals against their will. They argued that the accommodations were too restrictive and that I was cruel and inhumane to put so many animals in a confined space. Then the EPA ruled that I couldn't build the ark until they conducted an environmental impact study on your proposed flood. Now, I'm still trying to resolve a complaint with the Human Rights Commission on how many minorities I'm supposed to hire for my building crew. Then the immigration department is checking on the visa status of most of the people who want to work. The labor unions say I can't use my kids. They insist that I hire only union workers with ark building experience. To make matters worse, the IRS seized all my assets, claiming that I'm trying to leave the country illegally with an endangered species. So, forgive me, Lord, but it would take at least 10 years for me to finish this ark. Then suddenly the skies cleared. The sun began to shine and a rainbow stretched across the sky. I looked up in wonder and I asked, "You mean you're not going to destroy the world?" God said, "Nope. Government has beat me to it." Well, we're almost done with the shed. I got to put the trim work on it. There's the trim work over there. And starting to rain a little bit more, so I'm taking a break for a little while.
Make room for Javi.